Most people think their first week as a mortgage broker is about learning lenders, but it absolutely isn't. Your first week is about orientation, exposure, and recalibrating your expectations. Big words, I know, but I want to sound smart. See, you're not there to be good yet, okay? You're there to understand the environment that you have just stepped into. So here is what actually is going to happen in that first week. You see, most new brokers expect momentum, but instead they get an information overload. It's like a brain dump. You get systems, processes, compliance, language, acronyms you've never heard before. I remember that myself. Nothing feels joined up at all. And that, by the way, is completely normal. Your brain is trying to map out an entirely new world, and the clarity then will come later. See, the goal of week one isn't confidence, it's context. So the first thing you need to understand then is that you will be introduced to systems and software. So your very first few days are usually going to be massively systems heavy. You're going to be shown CRM software, sourcing systems, compliance tools, case tracking processes, email and diary workflows. And at this stage, nothing is going to stick, by the way, just nothing. And that's okay. That is okay to feel that way. You are not expected to master these tools. You are just learning what exists and how everything kind of connects in this ecosystem. Most understanding comes from repetition later, not on day one training. The second thing is you'll sit in on calls and observe. You see, a big part of week one is observation. You're likely going to listen to discovery calls, sit on lender discussions, observe client case updates, and watch how objections are handled. And this is where the real learning starts to begin. There's no scripts, there's no theory. You are actually there in the trenches. You're going to start to hear how brokers speak, how they explain things, and how they control conversations. And don't worry about copying yet, just pay attention to patterns. Oftentimes, by the way, some of these brokers suck, so then you can learn from me on my other content. Third thing is you'll learn what the job actually involves. This is the week where expectations have to shift. Quickly realize being a broker isn't just mortgages, okay? It is document chasing, it is managing timelines, it is explaining delays to clients which are going to be upset, it's reassuring stressed clients. This isn't taught properly in the exam. Week one will make it feel very, very real. The fourth thing is you won't be giving advice yet. Most new brokers worry about how they're going to be thrown into the deep end. That's not going to happen, okay? It just isn't, okay? In your first week, you won't advise any clients most likely, you won't recommend any products, and you won't run full calls alone. You're learning before you perform. Competence comes later, permission comes later, confidence comes later. It's stuff you don't have to worry about in that first week. So if you want to make week one count, focus on these things. Learn the process, not the lenders. Ask why things are done in certain ways. Watch how experienced brokers structure calls and get comfortable with not knowing everything. You see, the brokers who struggle long term are the ones who panic early, but the ones who do well are the ones who accept the learning curve. The real lesson here is that your first week as a mortgage broker isn't about performance, it's about foundation. You are layering in the groundwork. If it feels uncomfortable, confusing, or slower than expected, that is exactly how it should feel. But once you've had your first week, you're then going to be on the road to getting CAS, which is Competent Advisor Status. If you want to know how long that actually takes, check out this video on screen where I break it down. Give it a click.